This is a story of Oliver. Oliver was a battered, stray dark grey cat with a torn ear and a deep distrust of the world. That was until he met Arthur. Arthur was an 80-year-old widower whose house was just as quiet and lonely as Oliver's life on the streets. It took months of Arthur leaving bits of chicken on the porch, but finally the cat stepped inside. From that day on, they were inseparable. Arthur gave Oliver a warm bed, and Oliver gave Arthur a reason to wake up in the morning. Every evening at exactly 6 p.m, Arthur would sit in his faded green armchair, wrap his old wool scarf around his neck, and Oliver would curl up on his chest. His deep, rumbling purr was the only music the old house needed. They saved each other, but time is a thief. One cold November night, the quiet was shattered by sirens. Strangers rushed into the house and carried Arthur away on a stretcher. Oliver hid under the sofa, his golden eyes wide with fear. When the lights faded and the front door clicked shut, the house was plunged into a deafening silence. Oliver crept out. He jumped into the green armchair, waiting for the gentle hands that always stroked his fur. But the hands never came. Days turned into weeks. Relatives came to clear out the house. They took the furniture, they took the clock, but they didn't know what to do with the heartbroken cat. They placed him in a cold, loud animal shelter. Oliver stopped eating. He refused to look at the other cats. He just sat facing the cage door, staring at every person who walked by, searching for a familiar face. His bright orange coat grew dull. His spirit simply broke. A nurse from the hospital, who had been with Arthur in his final moments, heard about Oliver. She came to the shelter, holding something in her hands. It was Arthur's old wool scarf. She opened the cage and gently laid it next to the frail cat. Oliver weakly lifted his head. He sniffed the fabric. Suddenly, he buried his face into the wool. For the first time in over a month, a week, trembling purr echoed in the cage. He closed his eyes, curled into a tight ball, wrapped in his best friend's scent, and finally went to sleep. He never woke up. He just went to find Arthur, who Oliver is waiting.